All right, so today we're gonna go over two trades I did. I would like to start with AMCI. So AMCI yesterday had a big day. It did actually had a big day, but I could not trade it yesterday. And the reason is, if we go to yesterday, so I did not actually catch this move. This move, okay? It was moving so fast that I could not even get filled right here. And I just let it go. I didn't get filled. I let it go. But the rest of the trade day, it was in this area. Okay, so it's in this area. And let's see in the daily chart, this area, what does it contain? Okay. So that's the area. It contained a lot of resistance. Okay. Resistance. You see support, resistance. That's all key areas. So if I'm going to mark them all, that's an area, that's an area. And then you have the 50-day moving average. And then you have, there's so many key areas here. That was a key area here. And that's a key area here. So it was in this range. There's too many support and resistance areas in this. There are key levels. And they're all very close to each other. So if I were to actually enter the trade yesterday, there's so many key areas. Plus intraday key areas, which is the initial morning high, and then too many levels sticking right above each other, stacking above each other. And that's the reason I did not trade it yesterday. It needs to be cleared out of the messy structure. So let me go back to the daily. I'll delete this. So it has to gap either above, okay, or that's a clear area. So above the 200 moving average, it's a clear area. So this morning it was gapping above it. So I said, well, that's good. Now, is there any news on it? There is none. So I anticipated it to be a short squeeze play. I was not going to overstay my welcome. It's a quick snap play, and that's what exactly I did. Okay, so let's go to the daily chart. Okay, I'm gonna just ignore those ones because those are down here. So the market opened up. This is the 200-day. This is to the 200-day moving average. I keep it purple. It's above it, which is good. It shot right up and it halted. I could not get in, and I'm not willing to get in. I always wait for a structure and signals to give me a good entry. For here, if I enter here, I have no clue where to put my stop loss and where to take my profits. Okay, the only place that I can take my profits is at $15. I can see heavy resistance from the day. Actually, I can probably see it here. From this, if you can see it here, I have it on the daily, that candle here. Okay, that's a heavy structure. $15 is a heavy structure, and then $16 is another one. But that gives me a good RVR ratio. So basically here's what I did. I went after it halted, I waited for it. It pulled all the way back and it dumped all the way back. I said, you know what? It shows weakness here. But it actually held the low of the day. I kept my eye on it. I didn't do anything until I saw this candle. Okay, I saw this candle. It looked very good. Now look at the increase of volume. So there is increase in volume. And then this candle happened. The shooting star here, or it has a good tail. So I decided to get in. And I got in at this candle right here at 1285. Okay. So I got right in here. As soon as I got in, I took my first take profit right here. Why? Because it's a halt price. It halted right here previously, so it's a halt price. So at 1365, actually, that was my first take profit, and I took only 20% of my position. 1285. My first take profit was at 1365. My second take profit was another 20% right here. And why did I take it right here? The reason is because I saw it's gonna halt. So I threw the order, it got partially filled. So I got filled, I threw out 20%, I got filled at almost like 8% right here. And as soon and I got my stop loss up. My stop loss was right here at the 1220 area. I moved it right up here. Okay? And that's my stop loss area. After I take my first profit or second profit, I move my stop loss. And as I said, I wasn't gonna overstay my welcome. So I was gonna be quick at taking my profits because there's no catalyst behind it. It was just a short squeeze. You never know if it works or not. All right. So I got 20% and almost 10% filled out here. I had 70% left. So at $15, I got 50% of my position off. Was $14.90. And I had 20% left in my position. It kept playing, and then it stopped me out right here. I got stopped out right here at this candle. It was a good trade, but not a home run. It was a single trade. I really got tempted to get back in here. I didn't want to. I didn't like the time of the day where it halted here. All right. And what shows up on my scanner was it wasn't on my pre-market list. VMAR. Okay. Let's go to VMAR daily chart. So here's the 50-day moving average at $1.25 roughly. All right. And $1.68 was another area. It is a significant area, and I had this one too. Okay, $1.58. Okay, so let's go to the 3-minute chart. It halted once here. It just kept grinding up, and then it got the volume, it got the momentum. It halted right here. I did not do. There's no structure, so I did not do nothing. And then it shot right up and halted again. It just got my attention, but I didn't do anything about it. Okay, I wanted to see if it's gonna break $1. $1 is a whole number. It's a key area. Usually on stocks that's beneath $1 and it's breaking $1, dollar by itself, it becomes a significant area. So here's what I did. It rejected right down and it halted to the downside. I also said, well, I think it's gonna die. It's not gonna have any momentum anymore. But I kept an eye on it. It opened and went all the way back down to 60 cents. And it started grinding back up. Got rejected. I thought that's a short. That's a short. Probably it's going to be a short, but We don't have on low cap. I don't have any shorts to go for, which I was lucky too. But at the same time, I didn't want to trade it unless it gave me a really good structure. Okay, and then I saw this candle, and then the increase in volume, and then the increase in volume. You can see here the increase in volume. I liked this candle. It's an engulfing candle, and then it tried to pull back. It tried to pull back, and it gave me a hammer. So I like the price action, and I placed my order. I got in right here. Okay, at $76, 76 cents. Okay, that's where I got in, and I said, you know what? If it's gonna give me, I by the way, I got in here not on full position because it didn't give me. I wasn't that confident. So I just got in like around 50% of my position. And then it got all the way up and then rejected. And right here, based on level 2, I saw a heavy. I got in with my second position 50% at 84. Okay, so I got in at 76, and then at 84, my average was at 80. All right, so that's my average. My stop loss was right beneath this at 67. Okay, that was my stop loss. All right, so it shot right to the initial morning high. I got profits right here. I collected 20% right here. Okay, so I collected at 99 cents, pretty much, right before the dollar. It might reject, but it shot right through, and it right before it halted. See, it gives you like a second. You would know it's gonna halt. So I threw my order. Okay, I threw my order, and I got also like partially filled. I can't remember how much I got filled, but a small fill right here. Okay, at $4. Actually, I threw it. I got filled at $4, $5, and then it halted. I said if it holds this, that'll be great. Okay, so it did actually. After the halt, it held this initial morning high, and it shot right up. And I got filled. I had an order sitting right here at $23, right here, and I did not get filled at this candle. I did not get filled at the red candle. I got filled at this green candle. I got so pissed off that it actually almost touched my order and then rejected right here. And then it shot back up, and I got bulk of my position right here, 50%. So I had like only 20% sitting out, and I saw this. Okay, once I saw this, of course, when I got my first take profit and my second, I got my stop loss all the way back up here. Okay, but before it halted, I actually got out because I saw this. It's very bad. Okay, so I got out at 99 cents, and it was a good trade. I made good money on this one. I got so tempted to reload right down here. I got so tempted to reload here, and I got so tempted to reload here, but I did not. I just left it alone, and I said, you know what? Today we had this whole week is actually all about so many Fed news, like CPI data, the employment data. So it's gonna be really choppy on the larger cap. It was choppy. I could not find any plays on the larger cap. Okay, and by the way, guys, I got in on my long-term portfolio Oracle yesterday at $82, $182. I added right here. Right here. For my long-term portfolio, by the way. Okay. I'm hoping it goes back down. Okay, all the way down. Let me go to daily here. To to 150. I want to add a little bit more. That was just a starter position. All right. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. If you want me to do more like this recap trade, give me the like button, and we'll see you in the next video.